This TV and this thing. Oh, come on. Don't. No, you don't.
Hey, welcome to Theology of Games Visual. Thanks for watching.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm Jeremiah. That guy is Scott.
Unless that phrase is trademarked. Let's not do that. So, today's preview is a new game from Game Salute and More Games Please. It's called
Top Promoter. We're going to take a quick look at it. It's about to be kickstarted on Kickstarter, which is where games are kickstarted.
And it's a boxing game. And we're going to tell you what we think about it right now. Okay, we want to start out by saying that this is a prototype copy, so the final pieces of the game may not look just like this, but this is generally what you're going to see. So the game comes with a number of dice, and this is how you're going to determine who wins the fight. It comes with tiddlywinks, which are used for money.
Yes! 5 points for me. It's money, it's 3 different colors, it's 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, and that's how you pay out the fights when somebody wins.
You've got some location cards here. Kenosha in Japan, and there's New York here with, I don't know who those guys are, a couple of guys, looks like the What's for Dinner beef, it's What's for Dinner, I can't remember his name, what's his name? Elliot, Sam Elliott, that's his name, beef, it's What's for Dinner. And Vancouver, because everyone knows that the only thing they have in Canada is snow and Mounties, and venison slurpees I heard somewhere.
You'll place out one less location than there are players. So if there's 3 players, you put 2, 4, you put 3, and so on.
So this will be a setup for a 3-player game. And the game comes with a number of identical decks of cards with a color on them. So as you can see, this one is orange and this one is yellow.
These are green if you're not colorblind.
Mostly the purple and the blue are a little bit hard for colorblind people like me, but it was never a huge deal. I just had to look more closely at them.
These are green, not yellow.
So as you can see, there are a few things on the cards here. This letter right here stands for flyweight. It also says it right here. So you have different weights of them: flyweight, straw weight, heavyweight. So this guy's name is Big Mouth. He's not a very good fighter because this little number right here tells you how many dice he rolls with, and he rolls with 1.
So you'll pick a fighter, you place him face down, and then everybody reveals, and whoever has the most popular fighter by that number right there, they get to select the location that they're going to place this fighter in first. This guy is from Vancouver, so he wants to fight in Las Vegas because Vancouver's not out there, and Las Vegas is cooler than Atlantic City. There's room for 3 fights at a location. This would be the main event, this is the mid card, and this is the low card.
And these pay off in different amounts. And so people keep placing cards across from each other, so I might place this one here, and then you'd have to find another welterweight. The green guy says, oh, I'll fight you with the same boxer.
Once all 3 are filled, then that location scores and all the fights take place.
And they both roll the same number of dice, 3. And what that means is when you fight these guys, each player is going to take 3 dice and roll them. You start with the highest number for each person that they rolled. So let's say the green guy rolled a 6, 6, and a 5, and the orange guy rolled a 4, 3, and a 1. So you compare his highest to his highest, and that's it. The fight's over. The green guy wins.
If they're tied, you go to the next one until somebody wins the fight.
And if there is a tie after that, then they're moved aside and you would pick a new arena, and then they would immediately become the number 1 fight there.
And that's the fight. There's no re-rolls. There's no who wins the most of the rounds. That's the fight. You pay people out, and that's that.
Now, some of the cards will have something like this on them. So this has a little focus. Focus. Why won't you focus? So this has a little KO right here. So what that means is if there's a KO there, and it's a 3 times 3, that means with the 3 dice you roll, if you roll 3 of the same kind, it doesn't matter what the value is, you knock out the other opponent. So I could roll all 6s, but if this guy rolls 3 1s, bam, knockout.
If you have a 4, instead of rolling 4 of a kind, you actually have to roll a straight. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, or etc. That is how the KO works for the 4. If you have a 5, you have to roll a full house situation. And I'm not talking full house with, who was on Full House? Kirk Cameron? Or, hey babe, who was on, which show was Full House?
Full House was the one with the twins.
That was Mary Kate and Ashley, right?
Yes.
And Bob Saget.
Yes.
And Uncle Jesse and the Rippers.
Right.
If it has a 5, it is a full house. 3 of one kind and a pair of another.
Then you have cards like a random drug test. So you would play this just as your opponent is about to roll the dice for the fight. You gotta go take a squirt. And they test for drugs, and if you roll a 1 or a 2, you automatically lose the fight.
So there's that, and you can have a superior training regimen, which means you hook up things to your pectoral muscles and drink water. That will give you the ability to add 1 die to any fight.
Then there's a cable special card. You'll triple the winnings in the fight. You play that early on as well.
You can also hold a press conference and move your fight from the low card to the main event. That gives you the opportunity to earn more money.
And finally, the last card that you can play is a location change. This happens before the fight starts, and you can swap any location you want. Why would you want to swap a location? Because some of these guys, well, all of these guys, have a home city. So this guy's is Atlantic City. If he fights in Atlantic City, he automatically gets an extra die. If there are 2 here, you can only swap them, or the other option is to take one off the top of the location deck and hope that it's Atlantic City. The game ends when you run through all of the location cards.
You tally up the money and see who made the most money. Whoever has the most money is the best promoter and is therefore the winner. So that's a look at Top Promoter. I think Scott and I are both going to agree on this. I was really fine with the game. I loved the timing. I loved how you played the cards and how everything worked until you get to the fight.
My gamer friends and I played it, and we had some fun, and there were some interesting things, and some of the people liked some of the mechanics. But at the end of the day, it is a total dice fest. I might have 14 dice. That's an exaggeration. But I have a bunch of dice, and I roll them all, and you roll 1 die. You get a 6. I don't roll a 6 on my 14 die. And you win the fight. And my mind explodes.
And that's it. There's nothing else. It's like the Tyson fight when he knocked the dude out in like 20 seconds. I don't know. When we were playing it, the first time we got to the bout, my buddy looks at me, he goes, I feel like I'm playing Risk right now.
I can't stand stuff like that. It doesn't matter how hard you try. 14 die and you don't roll a 6, and you lose to a guy that rolls 1 die and gets a 6. It drives me crazy.
I feel like if some of the special ability cards that were in your deck allowed you to re-roll a die or maybe change the face of a die +1 or -1, a little bit of way to kind of tweak the dice or alter the dice would be that much more enjoyable. It would be that much more fun.
So, gamer game, for me, no way. Not even as a filler. It seemed a little too long for a, kind of mindless little filler. Let's play something between games. Now, my kids, on the other hand, they had fun with it, and, they don't mind the dice so much, and I don't mind rolling the dice with them so much. So, for a kid's game, this seemed pretty good to me.
Love the artwork. I love the look of the game, the idea of the game. It's really fun. It's playing the cards and trying to get your boxers into a better bout. I just feel like a minor tweak here or there would put this game way over the top. That is a Sylvester Stallone reference, over the top.
Non-gamer friendly, maybe.
Maybe a casual player would be into it because it's quick and it's easy to learn.
Youth group game, I don't know. The girls probably aren't going to care about this. It's boxing, and it's boxing. I guess if I had to give it any kind of recommendation, for me, it's going to be kids game.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate all of you who are subscribed to the blog. Go to theologyofgames.com. You can subscribe there. You'll see our full written review and preview of Top Promoter there. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking there. I don't know, I'm new to the YouTube thing, but it's somewhere there that you can click and subscribe to our channel. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places. Come and hang out with us online. We love to hear from our viewers, our readers, the people who think we're nuts. We would love to see you out on the interweb. Thanks again for watching Theology of Games Visual. I'm Jeremiah. That other dude is Scott. We will see you next time with more crazy fun about board games. Thanks for watching Theology of Games Visual.